In terms of checking accounts, Charles Schwab and Fidelity are frequently compared against each other due to their high bar in online checking accounts. However, choosing between them or even any other checking account can sometimes be rather difficult. It's until we start using the product do we really get to know the various benefits, quirks, and even downsides to the product. I will be creating a series of videos that kind of go over a lot of the various quirks that online accounts such as this have. So when I say quirks, it's kind of something that can be unusual, but not necessarily something that is a deal breaker. I think by bringing these things to light, it helps educate people who are either existing users or even potential new users. And I hope that when people are aware of this, it will either encourage the company to either improve the product or at least be aware that this quirk or even an issue exists. Also, when we understand all of the various nuances or quirks that exist in a product, it can really help us decide between one product versus another. Just to step back a little bit, Fidelity offers a checking account called a Fidelity Cash Management Account. It pretty much offers the same kinds of features that you would expect in a checking account, but it's called a cash management account because it kind of has some investing features integrated with it. If you plan on using this account as your primary checking account, a big quirk that I've noticed is that the debit card limit is $500. This means that you can only take out $500 at most per day. Now, just to clarify, not everyone has a $500 limit. I'm just saying that for most people who open this account, it will likely have a limit of $500. Now, before we go further, if you're interested in finding out the limit of your debit card, you can just log into Fidelity and you'll get to the home screen. And from there are tabs below the green area and you click on Manage Cash. Once you click Manage Cash, you'll be brought to another screen which will show a summary of your debit cards. And then from that screen, you can click the blue Manage Debit Card button as seen here. Then you'll be brought to a page which will basically show the limits for your debit card. In my case, I have two debit cards because I have one for my checking and another one for my brokerage. So notice that the checking and the brokerage ones have different designs. And you can tell that my daily limit is actually 1,000. And to tell you the truth, it was not at 1,000 just a day ago. As a side note, you probably already noticed that it didn't say 1,000 directly. It says 1,020, and that's because when you take out money from an ATM, there's can be potential ATM fees. So that $20 extra, at least for my account, is basically to accommodate that that extra fee. Also, another side note, the debit card for the brokerage account does not refund ATM fees unless you are part of what they call premium services. And in order to get premium services, you have to have like a combined household balance of 250K. So back to this $500 quirk. I generally withdraw from an ATM more than $500 for various reasons, and that was one of the reasons that has prevented me from using this as a primary checking account. When calling Fidelity multiple times, I would frequently get the answer telling me that, yeah, you can increase the limit, but they can only do it on case by case basis. meaning that sure, they'll increase it this one time and you'll be able to withdraw more than that, but then you would have to call again if you want to withdraw above 500 again. That certainly would not work for me. So after several calls, I finally got to some representative um, who basically did admit that they did not have any capability or power to change the limit on my account. But what they did for me was they actually said they would put in an internal ticket or request, um, requesting to increase the limit of my debit card. The person said that 1,000 was the highest that it would go, and sure enough, I was okay with that. So he put in a request and he told me that I would see a message in my Fidelity account a couple days later. But I made that call the day before, and the next day I just happened to look at my debit card limits, and now they are showing 1,000 instead of 500 something before. Admittedly, I am part of premium services, but I don't think that should really affect people from increasing their limit. So, all in all, I just wanted to bring out this major quirk that Fidelity has because I believe most people who have this account probably have a $500 limit. I've seen I've seen it in various forums and other boards talking about this limit, and there are some people who have above this limit, so it's certainly possible to get above 500. Even for those who have this $500 limit and generally stay below it, considering that this debit card can be used worldwide and have ATM fees refunded, I'm pretty sure there's the potential for when you travel that you may need to take out more cash than usual. So that's something to keep in mind. And it's just the fact of just having that extra room to be able to take out more cash when needed. So for those who are trying to increase the limit, don't give up in calling multiple times to Fidelity. It might help to tell the representative to submit a request or internal ticket for you. If you do happen to get your limit increased, or maybe you already have above 500, please leave a comment below. Let me know how you did it, and I'm certain it will definitely help other viewers as well. If you've liked this video, please give this a like by hitting the button below. And if you're interested in keeping up to date with future videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.